We've all been there. We suddenly discover a hole in our favorite t-shirt, favorite pair of leggings. It happens. You can either leave the hole and enjoy the item for however long it lasts, or you might be able to call your mom. Maybe she can fix it. But I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. There are ways to do this without sewing, but this hole's a little bit too big for that. First thing you need is a thread that blends into your fabric. You'll hear people say matching. That's not always the way you want to go. Like, sometimes a lavender is perfect for a gray, or a gray is perfect for a lavender. So, a thread that blends in, and this does pretty good. You're also going to need a needle that preferably is thin enough for the knit you're working on. Obviously, with a sweater, you could use a bigger needle. The idea is that we're going to try and kind of weave through it. I've got my needle threaded, but I haven't doubled it up. I only want a single strand of thread. Now, back to the blending. Sometimes you need to combine two different colors of thread to get the right color. That's fine. But leave them each single. Now I'm going to knot my thread. Doesn't have to be a super big knot. Now, you can work from the back side. It's a little more forgiving that way. And we're going to start a little bit away from the hole so that we start more or less stabilizing the area. And what you're trying to do here is just pick up these threads. Obviously, in a sweater, this would be a lot easier to see what you're doing. And what we're going to do is work our way across here. And when we get to the hole, we'll start filling it in. Now I'm up to the hole. And here, I'm going to be kind of coming through the knit, right? But then I just need to kind of come across the hole. We'll deal with these threads here when we go back the other way. It's fiddly, it's time consuming, but if it's really a favorite garment, this is a Snoopy shirt that I would have no idea where to find another one. So it's worth it to me. If I don't do this, the hole's going to get bigger, and then I would be stuck throwing it away. Okay, so like here where it looks like we're really kind of reaching across there, just pull that gently. Okay, so I've made it to the other side, and you can see I have some threads worked through that hole there. So we're going to turn, and we're going to start working the other direction. When you get back to the hole, you want to weave through the threads that you added, kind of up and down as much as you can, because in a way you're like creating new fabric in the hole without knitting. I have no idea if there'd be a way to. I don't think that'd be possible, because the holes are typically because the threads of the knit have broken. Whoops, sorry about that. So let me show you that again, since I think it was off camera there. We're just picking up some threads of the fabric, and then when we get to where we've added our threads, I can get that off of there. There we go. And then we're kind of, that's hard to see, isn't it? There we go. I hope. kind of over and under, okay? So we want to get over here to the side of the hole. Now I've made it over to the opposite side, and you see that's still fairly open. So I'm gonna start going the diagonal, okay? We're gonna start more or less at, we're gonna call this a corner. Kind of pulled that thread a bit. We're going to just start working a diagonal like so, and we're just, these tracks of thread, I don't know what to call them, will get a little bit longer as we work toward the middle. Can I stay on camera? Wow. And then narrow again. So we're going to work this way, and then we'll want to try and, you'll have to kind of move your thread. I'll show you that. So I ran out of thread. I said you'd be traveling your thread. No, you wouldn't. Ugh. It's been a while since I had done this. So anyway, but you would get work, you'd work to this other corner, and now you're going to start going the other way. But in my case, I'm starting a new thread, which is no big deal. So I just want to get that going. So I'm going to work this thread across at a diagonal, and then that's all I'm going to do. It's not going to be the most beautiful thing in the world. That's why you want those threads to blend. So I'll be back to show you how to end your thread. Ending the thread. Whoa. Ending the thread, let me get rid of that, is pretty easy. So you might just have to kind of maneuver where we're good here. So you want to find one of your threads, preferably, rather than a thread in the garment, right? Although I think that's what I've got here. So come through it. Then, hopefully you're still in the same place. I can't see. You're going to come through it again and create a loop, right? Now, pass your needle through that loop twice. Like so. And make your knot. Then, you kind of just want to weave your thread through just to end it into the fabric. You don't absolutely have to, because there is that knot there. All right, now we get ready to press. So, got a cotton setting, steam is on. Pressing does a couple of things. It gets the threads you added in the shirt to get married, okay? But it also kind of softens that spot, because it may have gotten a bit firm while you were working on it. But that is not, yeah, it is. It felt so soft, good grief. So there you see. Not super noticeable. There we go. Not super noticeable. I mean, some mending projects are going to show, and there's no way to avoid that. But not bad. So there you go. Now, you're not throwing it away. You didn't have to bother your mom. And this works for any knitted item. T-shirts, leggings, socks. Why do I always forget about them? I wear socks, but I forget about them. Anywho's, any of that stuff. And yeah, it takes a little while, it takes a little practice. That's a lot better than this going to the landfill. I can still enjoy it. And I know a lot of people will use a contrasting thread so that you see it better. I'm sorry, because I'm legitimately doing this. Like this is my never mind. Anywho's. So, if you found that helpful, like, share, subscribe. You know all the things, right? And I guess I'll see you in the next one.